So I am in the middle of my morning run, and it is a perfect time to talk about war and comedy. Now there is this terrible war going on between Ukraine and Russia, and President Zelensky is on the Ukrainian side, and he's fighting the war against President Putin. And Mr. Putin is, of course, a very serious man with serious intentions, and Mr. Zelensky is a former comedian, and probably he is the first ever comedian turned into a wartime president. And I think this is a historical experiment because, I believe that from a neuroscientific point of view, a comedian is very well equipped to wage war. Because, at the end of the day, war is, of course, a really serious business, and it involves people's lives, and there are really different situations, and there would be really important destinies to be involved in the war. But at the same time, you would need flexible thinking based on metacognition, and comedy is the best vehicle, if you like, to do that. For example, Charlie Chaplin made this comedy, Great Dictator, at the height of Adolf Hitler's power as a chancellor of Germany. And you know what? Germany lost, and the Allied side won. So you do need this element of comedy in order to wage a war in a flexible way. Casablanca was made as a propaganda film, of course, but it is a beautiful film, and it has a lot of humor. So, all these historical evidence suggests that humor is a really wonderful weapon with which to win a war, if necessary. In the United Kingdom, when the Germans bombed London, there were signs saying more open than usual, referring to the broken, destroyed buildings by German bombings. And this sense of humor, this great exercise of comedy, I think is a really wonderful machinery, if you like, with which to wage war, to do the necessary things that you need to pursue in this terrible situation that we call the war. So the fact that Mr. Zelensky is acting as the president, wartime president, as a former comedian, is a really great experiment. And my bet is on Mr. Zelensky, actually. Mr. Putin is serious, but he doesn't have a sense of humor, apparently. History suggests that when comedians fight with serious dictators, it is actually the comedians which have the last laugh, surprisingly, but it's surprisingly true.